All right. Let's see here. Again, the stream going on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram today. So I'm going to be doing a live stream here. And the goal of this live stream is to raise some money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I'm going to be running a marathon. I'm actually going to be running what's called the Dopey Challenge. It'll be like a 5K, a 10K, and a half marathon, followed by a full marathon here in January at Disney World for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So I thought I'd do a live stream, and I'm going to answer questions of anyone that donates to the charity. So if you want to check it out, all you got to do is go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. I'll repeat this a few times as people come in here, but I'm trying to raise as much as I can. You know, my goal is $5,000, but I'd really like to raise $10,000 for St. Jude's. So that's the goal of this live stream. That's why I've got it going on. Again, bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude, or St. Jude's, I think. Let me double check here and see what I put. No, it's St. Jude. So if you go there and you give a donation, I will answer your question on this live stream. And I'm going to keep on answering questions on the live stream until I get to the point where people stop doing donations. So let's see how this works out here. So anyway, if you're just joining me for the first time, especially on a non-YouTube, you guys on YouTube are familiar with my format of let's take our shirts off and talk about. All my live streams are themed around that concept, but if you're joining me on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, this is what I do, is I do live streams with my shirt off. I don't know why I started doing it, but that's what I do. So anyway, so if you guys want to get some questions answered, let me see who's going to make the first donation, and I will answer your question. When you make the donation, here's the deal. Give me your name or initials or some way of knowing that you did the donation, and I will answer the question. So looking now to see who's done any donations here. While we're waiting for some people to get some donations in and ask some questions, I'm going to talk a little bit about what it is. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing a 5K, a 10K, and then a half marathon, and then a full marathon. I'm going to be doing this in January, back to back, each day, each consecutive day. Okay. And like I said, I'm running for St. Jude's, and I'm raising the money for them. So this is going to be kind of a crazy thing. It's called the Dopey Challenge. I'm going to be looking to PR on the marathon. I'm going to be looking to do a 3 hour and 30-minute time. My last marathon time was 3 hours and 46 minutes, so it's a pretty big PR. I'm training pretty hard for this. But, you know, it's for a good cause, right? St. Jude's is an awesome organization. They help children with cancer. They basically take care of all the treatments so the families don't have to pay anything, and all the transportation and everything. So, really, really good cause. You know, I was looking for a good cause to run with because I wanted to dedicate this freaking crazy ass challenge of doing 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon. You know, if I'm going to do that, I want to do it for a charity. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty extreme. It's going to be a challenge. But so Jeremy Leff is asking, what's the address to donate again? If you go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude, STJUDE, you can find the donation page and donate. And any amount really helps. You know, I'm trying to hit the 5,000 goal. You know, that's why I'm doing this live stream here. But you know, I would appreciate it. You know, it doesn't go to me; it goes to St. Jude. This is a great cause. I have no problem promoting them as much as possible because this is going directly to children with cancer and their families. So yeah. So if you can donate, you know, go and do it, and I would appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna answer some questions as soon as I see some donations come in, and then yeah, I'll answer your question. So if you did a donation already, go ahead and put it. You know, you can message and let me know, and and ask your question. So I'm looking at the stream here, and we'll see here. Let me look on YouTube. We've got like 20 people on YouTube here. Let's see. I'm gonna answer like Bobby wants to know, do I do OMAD every single day? He's also a member, so if you're a YouTube member, I'll also answer your questions. Thanks a lot, Bobby. So, Bobby, yeah, I do OMAD every single day, except that some days I do one meal every 2 days. So this week I ate on Monday, I ate on Wednesday, and Friday. I will eat tonight though, because I'm carbing up for tomorrow. I'm running 16 miles tomorrow. So, Marcin says hello. It's great that these live streams turn into a weekly thing. Cool, Marcin. Yeah, we'll see. You know, I'm not committing 100% to doing it every single week, but we'll see what happens here. So, all right, what are we looking at here for donations here? Martin says, I skipped your latest video to join the live stream. All right. Well, if you're asking questions but you haven't done a donation, even if you donate a small amount, you know, you're going to get your question answered. So, but I'm not going to answer the questions. The point of this live stream is, like I said, to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. They help children with cancer. I'm going to be running a 5K, 10K, a half marathon, and a full marathon back to back to support this cause. So, it's going to be a lot of pain for me. So, you know, but it'll be fun. So, you know, so let me know if you want to donate, you want to help out. Let's do it. Let's get this money raised for St. Jude. So, all right, what do we got here? I'm not seeing much coming in, guys. You know, let's do it. Let's get this charity. You know, let's help some kids with cancer. So. Anyway, it might be a short live stream. If I don't get donations, I'm not going to answer questions. I refuse to answer questions unless I get donations here. So yeah, but for you guys that are curious about the training, I'll talk a little bit about that. Basically, I'm training for the marathon, and I will be, you know, doing, you know, I've been doing a lot of intervals. Been running about 55 miles a week, maybe a little bit more on that. A lot of long runs, a lot of interval training. Like yesterday, was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday, I did 800 meters repeats, which is that makes you really want to throw up after doing that. So, not a lot of fun. But, you know, I've never tried doing a 5K, 10K, or like doing a half marathon and a marathon back to back. You know, I've definitely done like a 10-mile run and then a 20-mile run back to back, like on Saturday and a Sunday. Or I think probably the longest one I've done is a 10-mile run on Saturday followed by a marathon, like a 26 mile. So that's almost like a half and a full, but I'll be looking to PR on the full. And again, for those of you that are just joining, the purpose of this live stream. Oh, let me see. I got a donation here from Jeremy Leaf. And so Jeremy gets to ask a question. Thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate it. The point of this live stream, like I said, is to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. They help children with cancer and their families, and they 100% take care of the treatment for the child and travel for the family. So it's a really good program that they have. That's why I'm supporting them with this run, doing the Dopey challenge and trying to raise $5,000. That's my goal. I'd like to even surpass that goal. So, you know, anything that you can do to help out. If you are on the channel, if you want, I'm getting a lot of questions about how to donate. So Liam, the way you donate is you go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. That's STJUDE. Okay. And if you've donated, I will answer your question. let me know. And if for some reason I can't get to you on the live stream and you donate on this live stream, because I miss it, then you can email me and I'll do a question for you. So, okay. So Jeremy Left wants to know, donation done, career related question. You always say, fake it till you make it. What do you do if you find yourself over your head? So that's a great question, Jeremy. I think, the thing, donate is not super chat. We're not doing super chat today. We're looking for donations on the St. Jude page. So that's key, because I want to donate to this charity. That's the whole point of this. Okay. So here's my answer here, Jeremy, on fake it till you make it. What do you do if you find yourself in over your head? So great question. So you should find yourself in over your head. I hope you find yourself in over your head. That's a good thing. Okay. It's actually what you're going for, right? The more situations you get in where you're in over your head, the better off you are. And I'll tell you why. Is because that's what's going to cause you to grow. You never grow by staying within your limits. So if you fake it till you make it and you get in over your head, let's think about what can happen, okay? Either one of two things is going to happen. One of them is going to be that you are going to fail, okay? And you're not going to make it, okay? You're not going to be able to swim. And that might seem like it would suck, but do you know how much learning and how much experience that you will gain from failure? Like, failure is sometimes the greatest lesson. Someone just asked me about David Goggins' book. Can't Hurt Me, great book, by the way. And here's the thing, it's like in the book he was talking about, like, the biggest thing that stuck out for me from this book was he was talking about this idea that, like, when he was talking about going to BUD/S the third time, like the Navy SEAL training the third time, he was talking about, like, should I, he was trying to decide if he should go, and he was like, if I don't go, then I'm giving up. And he's like, the only way that you lose in life is if you give up. It's not if you fail, right? So many people never fail, right? And I was thinking about this a lot, and I was thinking about how, like, when was the last time you actually failed, right? Like, think about this. Like, I was thinking for myself, like, I've gone on runs before, and I've given up, okay? But when was the last time I went on a run and I literally failed? Like, I could not take another step. I could not make it. I could not go the distance. Never, right? Never. And how many times in life have you, done anything to complete failure? Now, maybe you've lifted weights to complete failure, okay, in the gym. But seriously, like, have you ever pursued something and actually failed? Almost never. No one goes to complete failure, right? So, the odds of you actually completely failing are low, right? And again, I'm not saying that you can't ever fail in life, but it's beneficial. It's beneficial. It's those experiences where you actually fail, where you gain the most and you grow the most. Now, the other alternative of getting in over your head is that you rise to the occasion, right? You're never going to rise to the occasion for something that is not setting the bar higher than where you're currently at, right? That's the beauty of getting in over your head, of faking it till you make it, is that it's going to, most of the time, cause you to rise up and to find what you didn't think you had in you, right? I've been in that experience many, many times in my life where I've had to step up, and it's caused me to rise to the occasion. So, anyway, that's my answer for that. Like I said, you want to get in those situations. You want to find yourself in over your head. It's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable place to be, but that's what I'm aiming for, that all the time. I mean, when I signed up, think about this, right? I'm a 220-pound, 6'3" guy. When I signed up for a fucking marathon, that was in over my head, right? There's not very many people at my size that are running a marathon. When I signed up to run it in under 4 hours, again, I was in way over my head. I was like, I don't know if this is even possible. Can I do this, right? Like, this is crazy. I'm not a distance runner. I don't even have the genetics for distance running at all, right? But I got in over my head, right? So I had to do it. There's so many things I've done in life, so many career steps. Every like great thing that's ever happened in my life, I was in over my head. When I started doing pluralsight courses, I was in way over my head. I never taught a fucking course before. I never recorded a video before for anyone. I mean, you know, it was way over my head. So get in over your head. It's great. You know, you'll learn to swim. And if you don't, if you drown, you're going to learn a lot more as well, right? There's no way that you lose in that situation. The only way you lose is when you aim for things that are easily accomplished. When you don't get in over your head, you don't grow, you don't gain that growth experience. So, all right, guys, let me see what we got here. I saw another donation come in from Marcin, I believe. Let me see here. So thank you, Jeremy, for the donation. By the way, if you guys are just joining me now, if you are just joining the live stream, I am doing this for charity for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, okay? And I'm trying to raise money for them. I'm running the Dopey challenge. If you want to donate, I'll answer your question, whatever it is, whatever question you want to ask. All you have to do is go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude, and I will answer your question. I'm only answering questions from donations here on this live stream. So let me see. Marcin donated, so I will answer his question. And I'm looking here. I see another one coming in. So we'll see here. Okay. Marcin and Martin. Okay, so Marcin says, I've recently started Muay Thai classes, but the warm-ups that these guys have are so intense it makes me want to throw up. Any tips on how I can improve on that matter? I can relate to this, Marcin. Yeah, it's very true. I just finished Muay Thai class today, and yes, the warm-ups are freaking hard, okay? Just jump roping, right, is tough. If you haven't done that before, jump roping is tough. Here's what I do, okay? There's a couple of things I'll say, right? Because, like, my warm-ups for Muay Thai is, like, jump roping for 10 or 15 minutes, and in between, dropping to the ground and doing push-ups, doing squats, doing bicycle crunches, and then getting back up and jump roping again, and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's pretty tough. But here's what I would say. So here's what I do. Is I'm actually, when I'm supposed to do jump roping, instead of just doing jump roping, I'm doing double unders, okay? And I'm trying to do consecutive double unders. So I'm doing, like, I'm getting up to like 20 consecutive double unders in a row now. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing it even harder than what is required for the warm-ups. Like, and here's what I'm saying, okay? So you understand. If you just do the warm-ups that are required, you're not going to, it's not going to become easier for you. Does that make sense? But if you push beyond, if you do the warm-up and you do it as hard as you can, okay, if you push it, so when I'm doing the warm-ups, what I'm doing is I'm doing double, everyone else is just skipping rope, and I'm doing double unders, okay, and sometimes I'm trying to do a triple under, and I'm jumping rope as fast as I can, okay, and I'm dying, and then when the coach is like, hey, drop to the ground, give me 10 push-ups, 20 air squats, and then 50 bicycle crunches, I'm plowing through that shit as fast as I can, and I'm the first one back up, jump roping again. Now, I didn't start that way, but that was always my goal, right? Because if you're trying to just do it and just make it through, you're going to be dying, okay? But if you're challenging yourself and you're like, I'm going to fucking go better, I'm going to do better every time, I'm going to go faster, I'm going to get it done faster, you're going to grow, and then it's going to become easier, right? And you're going to be actually looking forward to the challenge of it, right? Surviving is not a good strategy for anything in life, right? You've got to thrive, right? You always have this choice between survive or thrive, right? When hard shit comes your way, right, it's either a challenge or a trial, okay? You get to decide in your mind whether it's a trial or a challenge. And the secret, the key, is to make it a challenge, not a fucking trial, okay? That's the key, because you're going to do it either way, right? And so one way, you know, overcoming a trial, I'm not going to say you're not going to grow at all from overcoming a trial, but when you think of something as a trial, again, I've talked about this a lot on this YouTube channel and in general, I've talked about bringing pain upon yourself, okay? When you bring pain upon yourself, you get credit, right? You grow a lot. If pain is thrust upon you, you don't get much credit for that because everyone has to deal with life and circumstances and pain, okay, and the things that they go through. And so, again, it comes down to that mindset. It's in this situation, right? I mean, you are voluntarily going to this class, so technically you're bringing the pain upon yourself, but you have to decide, are you going to make it a challenge or a trial? And if you make it something that is torture for you, that is a trial that you have to get through, you're going to grow, but you're not going to grow as much. If you make it a challenge, you're going to be pushing extra hard. You're going to be getting to that point. And so, again, like I said, when I started Muay Thai and started doing kickboxing and started doing the warm-ups were kicking, I mean, I was dying every single class. But once I switched my attitude and I was like, you know what? I'm not getting through this shit. I'm going to fucking own this shit, right? There's a difference between getting through the shit and owning the shit. Once I decided I was going to own the shit, I was still slow. I was still one of the slowest people in the class, and I was still dying while other people were fine. But I quickly leapfrogged them. I became the best person in the class, the best jump roper. I became the person who could finish all of the push-ups and squats and sit-ups faster than anyone else every single fucking time now, and I'm getting faster and better, and I'm leaving them more and more in the dust, because every time I'm raising the bar and I'm excited to see how hard that I can push it this time, right? And you get to the point where the pain, it doesn't even hurt anymore. It kind of feels good, right? So that's again, you know, that's the thing. It's like you have to decide that that's what the point that you're going to take it to. So hopefully that makes sense. Marcin, all right, let me see here. All right, let me look at some other questions here. By the way, if you guys are wondering how to donate this, if you're just joining me for the first time here or on the live stream, this live stream is basically to raise money for St. Jude Children's Hospital. I'm running the Dopey Challenge. It's a 5K, 10K, half marathon, and a full marathon in Disney World, back to back, for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. It's a cancer center for children with cancer. So any money that you donate will go to children and their families to help them with cancer, and St. Jude takes care of all the treatments. Go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. That's STJUDE if you want to donate, and I'll answer your question if you donate. So I got a donation here from, let's see who it is here, from Martin, I believe. Yep. So Martin has a question. Let me see. We answered Marcin's question. Martin says, cool event, by the way. Question: I'm currently doubting my goals, girls, sport, money, since roughly half a year, especially because I'm starting to become successful. What is the meaning of these goals? So Martin says, what are good goals? I think you can relate to it, since this feels like what I imagine what it felt like when you left SP, Simple Programmer. So, okay, so Martin, I'm currently down my goals, girls, sport, money, since roughly half a year, especially because I'm starting to become successful. What is the meaning of these goals? Okay, so here's what I would say, Martin. I mean, I'm actually making a YouTube series about goals. So I call goals aspirations, right? For the most part. So we'll start with this, right? So most people have goals, like let's say you had a goal of making $1 million this year. That's not a goal, it's an aspiration. Why? I call anything that you do not have direct control over an aspiration. From aspirations, we can derive goals. So I had an aspiration of having 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Okay, that was my aspiration. Okay, it's not a goal because I can't directly control it. But from that aspiration, I derived a goal of making 2,000 videos on YouTube, believing that if I made 2,000 videos on YouTube, I would probably, like 98% chance, have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that became my goal, which was something that I could achieve. I could break it down into actual actionable steps that if I followed those steps, I would definitely reach that goal and probably reach that aspiration. Okay, that's sort of my formula, my framework for goals. Okay, and it makes sense. I do this for everything because I am in direct control. If I can directly control whether I make 2,000 YouTube videos or not. I can set my progress and I can go as fast as I want to that progress in order to reach that goal. Okay, so that kind of answers your question about what are good goals. Now, as far as like, we got to talk about the topic of, you know, girls, sport, money, and what. And so as you're becoming successful, what is the meaning of these goals in life? You know, one of the things that really stuck out for me from what Grant Cardone said is he said that you should basically, like, it doesn't matter what you fucking pursue, just pursue something with everything you got, all right, in life. And I agree with that, right? So the thing is, like, what is the point of anything? What is the point of anything? Honestly, the point of life, in my opinion, right, I talked about this on the last live stream, is to live your purpose. Again, what does that mean? It means to become what you're capable of becoming, right? I believe all of us have a purpose, like, in life. I believe all of us have the ability to become something, to reach our potential, to reach our capacity, okay? So if you want to do that, all right, then you've got to push yourself in different directions and expand yourself, right? Again, the purpose of goals, like, you might say, okay, well, what is the purpose of making money or getting girls or, you know, playing the sport? It's not the goal, okay? The purpose of the goal is what you become in the process of achieving it. Like, someone was asking me the other day, they're like, well, why the fuck are you running marathons? Like, are you going to win? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to win. I'm not going to beat some Kenyan that's running it in 2 hours and like 1 minute or 5 minutes, 2 hours and 5 minutes. Like, when I'm trying to break 3 hours and 30 minutes, eventually maybe 3 hours. Like, the best I could probably ever hope for is somewhere in, like, you know, the high 2 hour and 40 or 50 minute mark. Okay, it's not going to be anywhere near a world record, and it's not going to be anywhere competitive, like, in terms of that. So why do it? So that's what they're asking. So then why would you do this, John? And my answer is because in order for me to become someone who can run a marathon in 3 hours and 30 minutes, weighing 220 pounds, it's going to require me to become that person, right? So, you know, I feel that when I'm on the track, when I'm running, okay? I am becoming that person. I'm becoming the person that is not just able to take the pain, but the discipline, the, you know, everything required to be able to accomplish that goal, the consistency, the commitment, right? So all of these goals in life that you have, they shouldn't be, that's not what you're after. What you're after is making the money. What you're after, getting the girls. What you're after, running the race, playing the sport, whatever it is really who you become in that process. That's what's more important. That's why it's about the reaching. It's not. So think of it this way, right? When you're in the gym lifting weights, okay, the goal is to move that weight, right? Is to lift it, to do that bench press. That's a stupid goal, okay? But what are you actually after when you're in the gym, right? Are you trying to, like, lift as much weight as possible? Is that really your goal? I mean, maybe that. But what are you really trying to do? You're not. It looks like you're trying to lift the weight. That's the goal, but it's not. It's about what you become. What you're trying to do is you're trying to break down the muscle. You're trying to create stimulus. You're trying to create an overload so that you'll grow. Life is the same way. Your goals are the same way. It looks like you're trying to make $1 million, and let me tell you what happens when you make $1 million, because I've made $1 million several times, all right? When you make $1 million, you go into depression. And here's why. Because if that's what your goal is, once you achieve that, what do you do now? You're done. Okay? What the point of making the $1 million is the person that you'll have to become in order to be able to accomplish that goal. That's always the purpose. Okay? That's always the thing that's important. And then as far as, I'll say one more thing on goals and aspirations and whatnot. We'll call it motives, right? I call it base motives. When you start out on the road to success in life, right? As a bulldog, okay? Your motives, like the things you want, are going to be very self-serving. And that's fine, okay? That's fine to start out, okay? So you may want validation from other people. You may want to show someone that you could make it. You may have a motive of setting a goal because of anger or because of greed or because of vengeance or envy. Whatever you need to fuel your fucking flame, do it. It's fine. you don't stay there. As you accomplish your goals and you grow as a person, you will have nobler and higher goals. The problem that a lot of people do, they make this mistake. What they try to do is they try to have noble goals from the beginning, like to end world hunger, or like, you know what I mean? Those goals, like, you don't have that feeling, that motive, right? It's okay to have what you, like, go after what you want. As you accomplish and you grow as a person, what you want will change. It will become more about serving and less about you, because at first, you got to take care of yourself first. And as you realize what kind of person you are and you grow as a person, and you're no longer concerned what other people think of you, and you're no longer concerned about your insecurities, and you're confident and you're stepping forward as a man in this world, knowing who you are, now your goals, your motives, what you want will change. You may still want to make money. You may still want to accomplish things in life, but the reasoning behind it will shift. And it will shift from getting that thing to becoming that man or becoming that person, okay? And eventually it will shift to reaching out and helping other people and bringing them up along the way, because that's where you'll find the most fulfillment and purpose in life. So I hope that answers your question. All right, guys. So let's talk about, let me see here. All right. What's up, guys? What's up, Discover Ignite? So if you guys are just joining me for the on this live stream, this is for St. Jude's, okay? I am running the Dopey Challenge. It's a 5K, 10K, half marathon, and then a full marathon, all back-to-back. It's consecutive days, called the Dopey Challenge at Disney World, and I'm running for a St. Jude's Heroes team. So basically, I'm raising money. The purpose of doing this run is to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. It's a cancer research center and a cancer hospital where they take care of all of the costs for the family and the child for cancer treatment. So if you would like me to answer one of your questions on this stream, here's what you got to do is just go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. That's STJUDE, and give a donation, and I will answer your question. So I saw another donation, a couple of donations come in here, and let me see here. I'm just catching up with the donations. Thank you guys for donating. Appreciate it. All right. Tango. Tango. I'm not going to give you guys or say the last names here. Thank you for your donation. If you got your question, let me see it. I don't know if you're on the YouTube or not. Let's see. What do we got here? If you only knew the power of the dark side. Who's this guy? All right. Grant. Does Grant? Let me see. I'll tell you this, Grant, about the friend zone, since people are making fun of you in here. Grant says, hey, just got friend zoned once again. I literally am doing everything in my power to work my ass off. Business, fitness, confidence, courage, and hard worker. I fit all of her standard. This is your problem, my friend. You're trying to fit some girls' fucking standard. Fuck the girls. I don't give a shit about their standard, man. Who cares, right? If you're doing it for them, you're going to get friend zoned left and right. The girl is just... she's just whatever, right? She's just a person. In the last live stream, I talked about the idea that she's just a bag of flesh, just like you are. You can't do this shit for the girls. You have to do this shit for yourself. You're the man, Grant, okay? Be the fucking man, okay? Step up and stop doing shit for girls or to get approval of girls or anyone. Not your dad, not your mom, not girls, not other guys. You do the shit for you, okay? If I stood here, all right, and I did what I did in my life for the approval of others, one, it would be empty, okay? Because I've done it before. I know. I've been there, all right? And I've hit those goals. I've accomplished those things in life. And at the end of the day, it was pretty fucking empty, pretty sad, okay? And two, I wouldn't have the effort. Like, in order to to really dig deep, it's got to be for you. It's got to be because it's who you fucking are. It's got to be because you cannot live your life not expressing the true, the true nature of yourself here. My battery's going to die on the Instagram on my phone. Here, I'm on like low power mode. We'll see here. But, so I'm going to lose that one. Well, and I could plug this in. Just plug it in. You got to do it for you. You got to stop this. Don't worry about this. As far as being friend zoned, who cares? It doesn't matter. I mean, I could give you plenty of advice about avoiding being friend zoned, being more aggressive, being more of a man, but it's not going to matter. You're at stage one here, which is stop being needy, right? You have to stop being needy. You can't be this guy that is seeking approval. If you're seeking approval from women, if you're seeking approval from men, from anyone, you're going to be needy, and that is going to get you directly into the friend zone. And you're not gonna have the purpose, the motive that you need in life in order to succeed. So it's great that you're pursuing all these things, okay? But now you need to make the shift, and you need to realize why you're doing it. All of the shit will come to you if you are focusing on just improving yourself, okay? If you're focusing on driving forward and overcoming your own obstacles and your own challenges, okay, in life for you, because that's who you are as a person, and that's who you want to grow to become. All these other things are going to happen in life. They're all, people will recognize the greatness. They will see that. You cannot be looking in the rearview mirror. You cannot be looking behind you. You need to be running forward, and don't worry about the stands, and don't worry about the spectators. You need to run your race. Okay, you need to be looking forward, because when you're looking down at your shoes, at your feet, when you're looking over to the stands at the spectators to see who's cheering for you, you're gonna fucking trip, and you're gonna trip hard. So, hope that helps you. All right, guys. Let me see here. So again, if you guys want me to answer your question, I'm doing this for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, okay? And all you have to do is give a donation, and I will answer your question. Go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. That's STJUDE. And if you donate, any donation definitely is appreciated, and I will answer your question absolutely. If I miss it for some reason because I don't see you I've got on different live streams going on here on the chat or something, you can email me afterwards. I promise I will get you a question, a video question. So, but yeah. So thank you guys that have donated already. We're doing good. We're making some money for the charity for St. Jude Children's Hospital, helping children with cancer. That's the goal here. Again, there's a link in the description as well if you want to go that way, or just go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. Okay, I just saw another donation come in here. Getting there with the goal, man. All right, awesome. By the way, it's Christmas time, guys. Donation tax deductible. Obviously, some people have employer matches. Marcus, I've got a donation here. So, Marcus, if you want to ask your question, I don't know if you already put a question in here, but if you I greatly appreciate your donation. The Children's Cancer Society greatly appreciate, or not Children's Cancer, St. Jude's definitely appreciates it, and families that have children that have cancer, obviously. So, guys that are just joining here, again, I'm running the Dopey Challenge. It's a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a full marathon in January. I'm running on Team St. Jude, which is a charity that helps children. It's Children's Research Center for Cancer, and helps directly children and their families. So I'm asking you to support this cause. It's a great cause. I have no problem standing here and asking for money for for an organization that is helping children that have cancer in their families. So, you know, take it as you will. But I'll answer any of your questions if you make a donation. So I'm trying to keep track of all the donations here. Let me see here. All right. So, all right. I don't see the question from... Oh, Ninja for Hire said, I donated not much, but would love my question answered. Okay, Ninja for Hire, give me your question. All right, let me see here. I like what Morane, I can't pronounce the name. Being a Moroccan, I notice that Western guys are trying to avoid the pain. They do their best to avoid the pain, which makes them not take any action, just embrace the pain and take action. I agree. Pain is not that bad. Like, once you get used to pain, just embrace the pain and take action. Fuck, it doesn't matter what happens here. So, Barbosa is the last name. Okay, so Ninja for Hire, give me your question, and I will definitely answer it here. I see your donation now. Appreciate it, man. Very much appreciate it. We're getting there. We're getting some money raised for the charity, getting closer and closer to the goal. So it's awesome. Appreciate you guys that are donating. Oh, scroll up a bit. Let me see here. Okay, I got it. All right. Ninja for Hire says, how to build an exciting social life. Creating options for yourself with women while focused on your mission. I have no friends and work from home. Help. Okay. So this is great. Okay, I think that's a great question. Okay, so here's what I would say. Okay, there's a lot of things. You got to think about this strategically. Okay, you're at home. You've got no friends. How do you build a social life? If you sat down and you brainstormed for 2 hours, you'd be able to answer this question for yourself. But let's go through the exercise. Okay, let's figure out. So what are some of the things that you could do? So one of the things for sure, okay, is to look for activities that are co-ed. All right, I mean, this is a simple way, right? So there's like co-ed volleyball teams. That'd be fun. If you go to a dance class, right, you can learn some valuable skills and meet a lot of people, not just girls, but friends as well. Because one of the things I'll caution you on as well is you need to have some male friends, right? Read the book if you haven't already by Jack Donovan. Read all of his books, in fact, called The Way of Men. All right, this is really important. As a man, you need to have male friends that are doing manly shit. Okay, I know that some of you, it doesn't seem like this is something that appeals to you. Doesn't fucking matter. Okay, you need to do this because the way that kind of we're wired biologically, right? Again, and Jack talks about this a little bit, but this is just an observation you can make as well, is that we're kind of biologically wired in the social hierarchy where really, you know, what we're after is the respect of other men. That's where, you know, it's not even about like the, you know, obviously women are attracted to status, but really what it's about is where do you stand in the rank? Like, can you stand toe to toe? Do you feel like you are a capable man? Do other men respect you and treat you as an equal or superior in the social hierarchy? That's going to influence a lot of not only your life, okay, and how women perceive you, obviously, of course, with status, but also biologically the chemicals that your own brain secretes to tell you where you are, okay, and how much of a man you are. It's very true, actually, okay? It seems really weird, okay? You know, Jordan Peterson actually talked about this in his 12 Rules for Life. He had a chapter on lobsters. A lot of people don't like that shit, but we are wired from a hierarchy perspective. There's a lot of actual science and studies that show the increase of testosterone in chimpanzees, for example, when they become an alpha male of the group, right? And all kinds of things. But basically, you know, without getting too much into the details, know that your biology is such that depending on your perception of your social status, it will determine a lot of the hormones that you are going to release that are going to influence you in many ways in life. Okay, and this is it's a biological, whatever it is, it exists. This is a true thing. So okay, but without going, again, that's I'm kind of going on a side trail here, but to give you some practical things, like I said, look for co-ed classes, right? Sports, things that you're going to be able to do as a team. Co-ed volleyball, do something like kickboxing, do something that is going to be like dancing class, or there's a ton of things that you can do in activities and events, right? Go to Meetup, all right, and go look on that. The book is Jack Donovan's The Way of Men. Okay, Jack Donovan actually has a lot of books. He's got Becoming the Barbarian, and then I forget what his latest one is, but they're all really good. So go and look for those, okay? Look for meetups where you can just join organizations, right? You can find and create a social life, right? You're going to meet these people doing sports, doing things like that, which is going to be fun. It's going to be good exercise for you anyway, okay? And you're going to probably learn some kind of a skill, but you're also going to make friends, okay? And some of them are going to be guys and some are going to be girls, and you're going to go out and you're going to invite people to go out and have a couple of drinks, or you're going to go out to go and do something else after the event, right? Or that's going to happen naturally, okay? And you're going to build up a social circle from that, all right? The other thing about this is, again, being strategic, is you're just going to have to go out and meet people, right? I mean, I go all the time to new cities. I'm out, traveling, and I'll go out, to a bar or something by myself, and I will just start talking to people, and I'll just start making friends, and and a lot of these friends, I have friends in all kinds of cities now. When I go to a city, I'm calling up people, I'm texting people, I'm like, hey, let's go hang out, because I just made random friends. I just started talking to people. Get in the habit of talking to people all the time. If you talk to people all the time, you're going to have a big social circle real quick. You're going to make friends, and you're going to find those opportunities. But the big thing that I would say, okay, is that just sit down and think about this. Really strategize and have a plan of how you're going to accomplish this. If you make your goal, if you're for the next 3 months or 6 months or even for a year, I'm going to focus on doing these specific things every day or every week in order to build my social circle. Once you invest that time, right, and you do that, you're going to have that for your life, right? You're going to have a lifelong, social circle and the skills that are required, right? It's hard to get out of your shell and talk to people and overcome that fear. And you talked about, girls, and it's hard. I agree. I've been there. Okay, it's hard. But if you get over that fear and you invest some time in working on that, it's going to last for the rest of your life. So you're going to have to face the fear and go out and do that, and then you'll see the benefits of that. But you've got to go out and actually do that kind of stuff, right? And again, like I said, there's plenty of activities, plenty of things that you could join, right? And I'm going to say also that, to a lot of you guys, it's not going out and joining volleyball and co-ed stuff is not an excuse for not overcoming your approach anxiety. Also go out to a nightclub or to a bar and just start talking to girls, right? If you're afraid to do this, you need to overcome this. Learn how to do this. If you need to hire a coach to help you do this, fine. Hire a coach. Spend some money. Work extra hard to make some money so you can hire a coach so you can improve your... Again, what did I talk about goals, right? What's the purpose of money? The purpose of money is so that you can pay for things that are going to improve you in your life, right? Hire coaches. It's been the theme of my life this year, or in the last few months and probably into next year, that I'm going to do is I've started doing already, is start hiring coaches instead of figuring shit out on my own, because I can take the money that I'm making and I can expand my skills, right? If you hire a coach that's going to help you in this area, it's going to be quite beneficial to you, right? So it's worth doing that. So anyway, like I said, you can brainstorm and you can figure out a routine that you're going to do, right? And it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable as fuck, okay? But if you do this, you're going to benefit your life greatly. All right, guys. So if you're just joining me, I know a lot of people are coming on to the live stream. I am doing a run for charity. This is for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, basically Cancer Research Center, okay? And I'm trying to raise money for them. I'm running what's called the Dopey Challenge. It's 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon. If you want me to answer your question on this live stream, donate to St. Jude's, great cause that helps children with cancer and their families. I mean, I can't really, it's pretty hard to think of a better cause than that. Go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. There's a link in the description, a link in the card, everywhere here, but bulldogmindset.com/STJUDE and do a donation there. Thank you for everyone that's donated. A ton of you have donated already. I appreciate it very much. You're donating for a good cause, and like I said, I'm happy to answer your questions. If you've done a donation, any amount helps. I will answer everyone's question who donates money. So if you want me to answer your question, do a donation. Let's see. John, is there any PayPal account to donate to? I can't donate from Morocco. I mean, if you guys want to donate via PayPal, if you can donate directly through the page, it's better. If you want to send me the donation and have me put it on there, I will do that. Or is there a PayPal option on there? If there is, that's better, because I'd rather not have any of the money go to me and then go to the charity. I'd rather have it go directly to charity, so there's no chance of anyone suspecting any kind of wrongdoing or kind of scam or any of that shit. I'd rather you just go to the donation page. I don't want to handle any of the money, okay? Because this is for charity, right? If you want to donate money to me separately, that's a totally different thing. But this is all about the charity. This is what I'm focused on right now. So if someone wants to drop the link in, actually I'll drop the link here. I should probably, whoops, I think I just killed something on my, so I'll put the link in the chat here. It is bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. And let me know, guys, if that link doesn't work. Take a click on that link and make sure. There we go. All right, so you guys got the link there. All right. So yeah, do a donation and I will answer your question. Got a bunch so far. Appreciate you guys that are doing the donation. While I'm waiting for some donations to come in here, I'll talk a little bit again about the race, what I'm doing to train for this. Like I said, it's a 5K, 10K, half, and a full. And basically, I'm training for the full. That's really what I'm focusing on. I'm probably gonna, honestly, I was thinking about how to actually run this race. I think I'm gonna probably just kind of jog the 5K and 10K. I might go all out on the 5K because I might have enough time recovery in between. But my goal is basically to set a PR for the half, to get the half marathon done in 3.5 hours. So, with that strategy in mind, I'm going to take it easy on the other runs and then run the full as hard as I can. So, all right, guys, let me see. I'm going to probably wrap up the live stream here unless I see some donations coming in. Just because that's the purpose of this live stream. Honestly, I want to answer a lot of your guys' questions. It's tempting, but I really want to make sure that we raise a lot of money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, because it is a good cause, and I'm running for that cause. So, like I said, any kind of donation is appreciated. Obviously, the more the better. Some of you probably have companies that your company will even match it. It's Christmas time. You can obviously take a tax, donation. St. Jude's will actually send you the information for the tax, for your taxes, for a charitable donation. So, it's a good way to help, definitely, and a great cause. So, I see another donation came in from Cat Cartrell. So, if you want to drop your question in there, I will answer your question. Shoot, we aren't able to process your payment using PayPal. All right, so if you absolutely can't, process the payment using PayPal, You can PayPal me at John at bulldogmindset.com, and if you do it, I will count it towards the thing, and I'll donate it onto there myself. So I have a way of doing manual donation. So I prefer, if, like I said, that you don't do it through me. Don't PayPal John at bulldogmindset.com if you can avoid it, because I'd rather it just go to the charity with without me handling it. So, all right. Zero says no questions, just donating. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate it. That's awesome. Niv says thank you for all the hard work in your videos. Well, thank you. All right. Let me see what we got here. I saw a couple more donations come in. You guys are doing awesome. Appreciate it. A lot of donations coming in now. Cool, cool, cool. Very cool. All right. So, let's see here. Looking to see what we got here. See a donation from Grant. Appreciate it, Grant. Thank you very much. And Marcin dropped another donation there. Thank you. So, hi, says, are you taking super chats? Sort of. Instead of doing a super chat, just donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. That's what I'm running for. That's why I'm doing the live stream. The links are in the chat, but bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. If you do a donation there, I will answer your question. All right. So Marcin says, I recently started looking for a new job. Not aggressively, though, and my higher-up found out about it because someone actually called him and asked if I'm a good developer. He got very offended. He said it's because it messes with his way of assigning people to teams. Was it justified? My contract requires me to give month-long notice anyway. So, in the end, he asked me to come back to him if they make me an offer. It sounded like a possible counteroffer. Should I do it? So this is a great question, actually, Marcin. So, no. Okay, so there's a couple things here. I'm going to try to not make this an hour-long answer because I could give you an hour-long answer to this, okay? But I'm going to say this. Never, ever do a counter-offer situation with your current job, your current boss and situation. Now, I'll tell you why. Because it's going to create bad blood, and you don't, I mean, you're already kind of in a fix here. You should, at this point, I don't know how to put it besides to say that you're fucked at this current job. Because what your boss is thinking right now is that he has to replace you because you're either going to go or you're an asshole. Like, that's, I'm being honest with you. This is what he's thinking in his mind as your boss, as a, potential as a business owner or whatever, is he's thinking, okay, this guy's trouble. Like, he's either going to be gone, and so I have to find a replacement for him, and so he's going to be looking for one right now. Or he's thinking, this guy's a jerk. I don't like that he's trying to, like, negotiate. He's looking for another job, right? He's trying to make me pay him more money, okay? So those are not good situations. Again, it's not your fault, okay? It's not a big deal. I'm not calling you an asshole, okay? You're a great guy. You just donated to St. Jude's Research Hospital, right? But here's the thing. You have to understand that you're in a bad situation as far as that job goes. And if you took a counteroffer, right, like they probably would pay you more money to keep you if you got an offer from another job and you brought it to your boss. But what would be happening is they'd be appeasing you until they can replace you. You'd be skating on thin ice. It's not a good position to be in that situation. You're kind of giving up and losing power in that situation, even though it feels like you're the one negotiating. Okay, what would be better is to just leave. And I've done this before, right? I've been in a situation in my job. I was working at HP, and I got a better offer. I asked for something, okay, and the HP, there's a whole political thing, but they wouldn't move me to this team that I wanted to be on, okay, doing .NET development, and so what I did. Looks like I'm going to time out on Instagram. Okay, well, that's fine. I've got a minute and 25 seconds. So anyway, what I did was I basically took this other offer from this other job, and I gave my notice and walked out the door. And what happened was when I did that, as I was putting my hand on the door, like the section manager came up to me and was like, hey, we don't normally we don't negotiate and we don't do kind of counteroffer things, but since you're on your way out the door and you're quitting, and you never said to us, hey, I got this better offer, and what can you guys do for me? I want to keep you, so this is what I'm going to do. And see, by doing it that way, I had not created the situation. I just simply found a better job. Okay, I didn't give them any kind of threats, didn't give them any kind of ultimatums, didn't try to negotiate with them. I just said, I found something, I'm leaving. Okay, and so then they came to me, and then it was fine. But whenever you're in the kind of situation where it feels like you've kind of like got someone over a barrel, it's bad. So okay, the live stream on Instagram ended apparently. That's, you never want to get in that situation where you've got your employer over a barrel. So yeah, I know, and it's kind of tough, right? I mean, another company should not have called your boss. You got to be careful to make sure they don't do that. You should always be looking for better opportunities and jobs. That's fine. I don't have any problem with that. The other thing that's weird is like that your contract requires you give a month notice. That's the stupidest thing in the world. Like, you can't, like, you should give notice. When you quit a job, it should be as short as possible that you can give. And like, it's kind of dumb, right? I mean, if a contract requires you to give a month notice, how you can compel someone to give notice, but you can't compel someone to work. It means that they're going to pay you for a month. So it's the stupidest thing. I don't understand why companies are trying to make contracts like that, because what's going to happen? Like, you give them a month notice, probably what they're going to do is they're just going to walk you right out the door. I mean, that's what I would do. I would just walk you right out the fucking door and be like, hey, all right, you're done then. You're done, my friend. like I don't want you sticking around for a month, like, possibly being a security threat and just fucking, like, doing nothing, not doing any work because you don't give a shit and getting paid for nothing. I'm just going to walk you out the door. So that's why also, guys, you don't give any notice. Like, you give the minimum amount of notices required, because most employers, if they're smart, they're just going to walk you out the fucking door because they know you're not going to do any work, or they're going to keep you around for a little bit of time, or to train a replacement and try to get the most out of you that they can. But there's nothing that compels you to work at this point, right? They're just going to pay you. So it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Anyway, I don't want to get too far off topic. But yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. Is what I would do in your situation is I would continue looking earnestly for another job, and I would not negotiate with your current employer. And if you do find another job that is a better offer, then I would just take it and just tell your boss. I would not try and negotiate. I would just say, hey, look, I have another job. I want to take this job. It's a good opportunity for me, right? And leave it at that. And then if he says, wait, we really want to keep you, what would it take for you to keep you here? Then your answer needs to be this. It needs to be like, look, I don't want to put you guys in a situation where, it looks like I'm trying to get money out of you, or like, if you want to pay me more, if you want to give me a raise, if you want to keep me, I would listen to an offer. But I really don't want to put you in a situation where you could even say where it feels like I'm putting a squeeze on you or over the barrel. I've got this great opportunity. I'm happy to take the opportunity. I loved working here. I'd love to continue working here, but I got to do what's best for me, for my family and myself and my career. Okay, so that's why I'm taking this other opportunity. All right, and then leave it at that, and then let them come back and give you, make you an offer, right? And if they absolutely twist your arm, and like, you got to make them twist your arm to say, what will it take to make you stay here? And then you can give them the answer, okay? And that better be what it takes. You're done negotiating at that point. So hopefully that's helpful. So, all right, let me see. Looking here to see. In the end, he asked me to come back if they make it. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. So that's my answer to that. I come because John is a nice guy with good advice. Yeah, I think this thing is a little weird, but whatever. I don't know. I think it's a little weird, too. I'm a little fucking weird. It's not fun to be normal. So, let's see. Ninja for Hire donated. Let me see. I got some more donations coming in. I will definitely get all of you guys. Okay. So, Ninja for Hire said... by the way, guys, the link here, let me put it into the chat. It's bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. Okay? If you donate there, I will answer your question. I am running for charity for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. They help children with cancer, so definitely would appreciate it if you guys do a donation there, and I'll answer your question. So, Ninja for Hire says, stuck in one-itis with my long-distance ex because she is like not a 9. Oh, okay, like a 9. Okay, get it. So, shallow, I know, I can get another, but struggling to believe I can get another one as good. How to get her back or one as good. So, okay, so you got a long-distance ex. Okay. Couple of things. One, I mean, I guess you're not in the long-distance relationship with her anymore, but you have to realize that long-distance relationships do not work. You just need to assume that she's fucking other guys anytime you're in a long-distance relationship. You need to assume that. That may not be the case, but you need to assume that because that's what will eventually happen, okay? No one's fault. No one's to blame. It's just the reality of the situation, okay? So that's the first thing to understand for you guys. As far as a specific situation, the cure for one-itis is, you know, here's the thing. It's like, this is sort of like, if you can't get over this girl, if you can't let go, if you are capable of having one-itis, then you're going to be in a screwed situation, right? You're not going to be able to get her back, and you're not going to be able to get any other girls that are interested because you're going to be needy, okay? So, basically, you have to start from this frame of reference, is that you're not getting this girl back. Don't even try, okay? Believe that it is impossible, and cut off all communication with her. I don't want you to see her anymore. I want you to delete her Facebook. I want you to delete her Instagram. You do not communicate with this girl. You completely, you completely stop. Stop looking at her pictures. Stop looking at everything. Don't say her name anymore. Don't text her. Don't message her. Nothing. You're done. If she wants to be friends with you, you say, I don't have friends with girls that I'm not sleeping with. All right, you just make it real fucking plain and simple. You don't have to be that blunt. If you can say, I don't have girls that are friends. I only have girls that I am seeing, that I'm romantically interested in, that I'm in a man-to-woman relationship with. However you want to phrase it, it doesn't matter to me. I would just say I only have friends with girls that I'm fucking. Okay, but whatever you want to say, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Okay, it doesn't matter. But that's number one. Number two is you need to have abundance. Okay. I'll recommend a good book, right, for getting over one-itis is Rollo Tomasi's excellent book, The Rational Male. All right, I've talked about it a lot on this channel. It's a really good book. It's a little jaded, a little bit, but it has some harsh truth and reality that will red pill you, which you could utilize, okay, and it'll be necessary. But I'll tell you that you need to find abundance. You need to do what Rollo Tomasi would call plate spinning. Go out there and start talking to girls, and don't, like, if you're afraid that this is the one girl, the 1-9 that you're able to get in life, there's a couple things that you need to do. All right, one of them is you need to become a person capable of getting that, of deserving that, right? You need to become the man where you believe that you should be able to easily get 9s, that you're entitled to that, okay? And the only way to do that is to work on yourself, right? And to work on yourself for the purpose of working on yourself, right? It's a good reflection, it's a good indication of what you need to do, right? If you feel that you are not deserving, that you feel the scarcity of this one, quote, 9, all right, then it means that you've got some self-work to do, which is good. It's fine. It's a great place to be. You can grow from there. There's only infinite growth from there. So that's the first thing, okay? And like I said, you're not going to be able to do that until you let go of this girl completely and assume that it's done, okay? One thing that it's challenging, I think, to have in life is a frame of understanding of, you see, this is the way I view relationships and people in my life now, and things and everything in my life, is that it's here, and when it's here, I'll enjoy it, and it's great, but I'm willing to let it go at any time, There's no way that you can really hurt me, or I would say destroy me, because there's nothing that I am bonded, attached to, right? That I have attached my own identity to. Not a person, not a thing, not a possession, right? You could strip me of all my wealth. You could strip me of everything, of relationships with people. And it's not that I wouldn't be sad at all, or that I wouldn't want to see, would want to see them go. I don't want to see those things necessarily go. But if it's taken from me, it's taken from me. It's fine. I'm assuming that everything I have in life and every relationship I have and all of these things are all temporary. I'm assuming that they're on loan to me, and the good things in my life are here, and they will also, just as easily as they came in, they will eventually leave, and they're just a loan. Okay, I'm not calling anything mine. I know it's hard to develop that mindset, but you will develop that over time if you focus on that. Okay, again, a lot of the Bulldog mindset I talk about on this channel, STOIC philosophy, all of these things are kind of based on this. All right, so what you really need to do is let go. Let go of things. Let go of people. Let go of expectations. Let go of wanting things. Okay? Again, you could very much Buddhism, like, Eastern kind of philosophy, but it's an important concept, is this idea of letting go, of not necessarily desiring things. Go out there, like I said, read that book, but go out there and start creating options for yourself. As soon as you have abundance, you won't have one-itis, right? So, as a young man, I remember having one-itis a lot. Okay, I would get these crushes, and it would be ridiculous. Once I started to develop myself, and I started to figure out that I could have women if I wanted women. Okay, once I kind of figured that out, because I got over that shyness, and I started to learn some skills, and I worked on myself, and I had a high value of myself. I couldn't find any girls that at that time that I actually had any kind of one-itis for. Like I stopped having crushes at that point. I was like, she's just a girl. Just like every girl was just a girl. There's no one that was like super special. And this sounds kind of like, asshole-ish or whatever, but it's the truth. There was no one that was super special at that point. It's only the lack of abundance that makes you cling to this one and have this one-itis. When you realize that you have the capacity, right, to go out and you can just find a girl and pick up a girl, you stop obsessing about one. And that's a key. Is as long as you're obsessing about one, not only, and here's the other thing I'll tell you about this, and this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'm gonna wrap up this question, and I've got another donation come in here. Thank you guys for donating. But here's the last thing I'll say about this, is that even if you accomplish your goal, okay, so, and this goes for all you guys here, if you have one-itis for this girl, and she's friend-zoned you, or she's your ag, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter, and you somehow get her, you're going to regret that shit, motherfucker. You are going to regret it, because she's going to have you by the fucking balls. She's going to have your balls in a jar. Okay, so you're going to be living your relationship with this woman where you're going to be pussy whipped. She's going to control you. Okay, she's going to emotionally abuse you, and she will, because she'll see that you're a fucking weak-ass man, and women love to beat the fuck out of weak-ass men. They like to dominate them, okay? And the reason, it's not because they're vindictive or any of that bullshit, okay? The reason why is because they're testing you to make sure that you're stronger than they are, and you're not stronger than they are when you have one-itis and you need them. So even if you get in a relationship with this girl, it's going to be fucked up. You're going to be crying. You're going to be brokenhearted. She's going to abuse you. She's going to cheat on you. She's going to take advantage of you. She's going to go borderline personality on you and all kinds of shit, okay? Because you're going to put yourself in a very fucking weak position. If you're going to enter a relationship, put yourself in a strong position where you do not need the other person, okay? Where you're willing to walk away like that because you got fucking options, all right? That's a position you need to put yourself into. Even if you accomplish your goal, what you're trying to accomplish, you're just gonna fuck yourself worse, right? You're gonna be super fucked. So take that perspective and realize that it's not about just getting that girl. It's not about getting that crush. It's about becoming a fucking man and stepping up to the fucking plate and being a man. And until you solve that shit, nothing else matters. So if you can't figure this out, if you can't get over this and grow and become that guy, you're just going to be fucked no matter what. So you might as well take this hard path and go down this path and realize this, rather than trying just saying, oh, well, if I could just get her, then everything won't be okay. You'll just be fucked. All right, that's my answer there. All right, let me see here. Okay, guys, so I just saw another donation come in here. If you guys are wondering how this works, if you're just joining me, I've got links in the channel, bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. If you make a donation, not only will I stay on the live stream until people stop donating, but I will answer your question, okay? And this is for a good cause. This is for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, Children's Research Center. They help children with cancer. They're helping to cure cancer and to do research into cancer. I'm running what is called the Dopey Challenge. It's a 5K, 10K, half marathon, and then a full marathon, all back to back, in order to support them. So that's how I'm supporting them, and I'm doing this live stream here. So, all right, guys, let me see here. All right. All right, and guys, I would appreciate, I don't discuss any kind of personal, like, other people in my life, because I don't want to involve, like, you guys probably understand I get a lot of hate and a lot of threats and stuff, and so I don't like people to know anything about my family at all, or family members, or any of these things, so I'd appreciate it if you do not share that kind of information, if you do happen to know that kind of information. I've had some issues with some people before. So, all right, so let me see here. I have a donation from Rajat. If you are on here, ask your question and I will answer it. All right, waiting to see the questions come in. If you identify yourself if you've given a donation and I haven't answered your question. So, all right. I swear the chat is like not totally synced up between the. Oh, Rajat says, I send it as a personal note. Yeah, if you send it here, go ahead and put your question in the chat and I will answer it. And I'm trying to see. Yeah, Ninjas for Hire. I saw this message now. He says she's always messaging me and telling me she loves me and wants to be with me, but I know she is fucking another guy. She wants me to go there, but don't want to comply. Well, just tell her, basically you need to cut it off and just be like, you know what, this is it. You come here, otherwise, that's it. So I'm done with you, basically. All right. I'm trying to see all the chats here. All right, guys. So like I said, again, the link is in the description here. It is bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. I should just copy and paste this. All right, so if you donate, I will answer your question. All right. Let me see. Do something not boring. Amy, what? I'm doing something not boring. I'm answering people's questions here. Alright, guys. Let's see. I'm looking for the question from Rajat. And if you want your question answered, just go ahead and do a donation to St. Jude's. All right. Rajat says, I feel both a little guilty because it's a great job. Okay, here we go. He says, getting put on some maintenance and monitoring work in my company because my department team doesn't have any dev work left. I want to be out of my team by March. I feel both a little guilty because it's a great job, but I can see where my career would be going if I stick with this team, and it's not where I want to be going. I want to see the problem set in the next place I end up, so I can see what solutions they incorporate for my business. Would it be better to go to a department that's sexier and I have more interest in, so I can learn what tools and information are used, or jump ship to a sexier company? So, okay, so good question. Here's what I'd say, Rajat. Jump ship to a sexier company. Well, basically, follow the money trail. Okay, at this point in your career, and here's what I would say. Okay, so Nicholas, you make a good point. Yes, you could donate $5 and spend 5 minutes on your question. It's $6 an hour, which is way below the rate I charge for consulting or coaching. But it's true. I'm just doing this live stream to raise money, and some people have donated, several $100s, so I appreciate that. So anyway, to answer Rajat's question, this is what I would say. Okay, you can't really count on a particular skill or technology. Like, I would not waste time making less money or potentially hurting your career to try and get into another department where you're going to have a better skill set, or that you're going to try and learn something. Instead, I would just be following the money with your job, right? So keep on looking for jobs. The best way to increase your salary in the workforce is to jump ship, is to jump jobs every couple of years and to find a higher paying job. That's honestly the best way to ratchet up really, really quickly and to make a lot of money really, really quickly. Now, is making money the end all be all? No, but you should be building your own business to really make a lot of money, right? So what I'm saying is that, as far as career, it depends on what you want to do with your life and what you want to do with your job situation. Okay, so I would prefer to basically assume that whatever company is not going to have any loyalty for me. I would assume that whatever skill set or technology I think is going to be valuable, it may not in the future, and I would move to where I have the best opportunity. Okay, and again, it's not necessarily money, right? Responsibility is better than money. So if you can be in the position that's of higher responsibility but less money, I would take that. Okay, that's the number one thing that I'd look for, because responsibility will lead to money for sure, right? A good example of this would be a lot of, how do you become a professional CEO? Do you know how you do this? Like, how do you eventually become like the CEO of McDonald's or something like that? It's simple. What you do is you find a small company, then you get your MBA, you find a small company, a real small company that you can become the CEO of. You get that job, okay? And then you go up from there, all right? Like, you're never going to get a job as CEO of a Fortune 500 company unless you're a CEO of a smaller company, right? So it's the same kind of principle here, is that you're looking for the responsibility. You're looking for the job role. The title is more important than the actual money. But given that all other things are equal, go for the money. Does that make sense? The last thing you should be going for is the skill or the thing that you think is the most fun, or the technology. And the reason why I say that is because the whole point, the reason why you're doing a job, okay, let's not fucking kid ourselves here, is to make money, right? That's what it's for, okay? That's why they're paying you, okay? It's not for fun. It's not because you enjoy it. Again, the reason to learn technology is to make money. So when you gamble on going somewhere to learn a technology that you think may be valuable at the loss of money, that's not a smart move, because you know that you're going to make money if you move to the better position. I don't have, again, I'm working with the limited information that I have in this situation, but I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so anyway, like I said, that I would be focusing on for the career-wise, where you can make the most money and where you can get the most responsibility. I wouldn't necessarily worry about the technology. If you're talking about doing this, for your learning, for your own business, a side business that you're doing, just learn the technology. Don't worry about doing it on the job. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste opportunities, right? Unless you're planning on quitting like in the next 6 months, then it's a whole different story. All right. Unity Games 3D. I will answer your question if you donate to St. Jude's. This is how you get your question answered on this live stream. I am running for charity for St. Jude's. Children's Hospital. They're a cancer research center for children. They treat children with cancer for free through donations. That's how they do it. And I'll be running a 5K, 10K, half marathon, and then a full marathon back-to-back. That's how I'm supporting them on running for St. Jude's Heroes team. So appreciate all you guys that have done donations. It's a bunch of you. We're getting there. We're getting close to that goal. Like I said, I'd like to raise 5,000. I'd like to raise 10,000, but 5,000 is my goal, and I'm gonna hit it for sure. I'd like to get as close as possible as we can, on this live stream. But yeah. So, if you guys want to donate, I will stick around and answer questions. But I gotta get in the shower here. So, time is running out to get your questions answered by me through your donations here. So, all right. Let me see. Nicholas says becoming a CEO. I'm not seeing all of the chats show up here. Oh, yeah. He says, become a CEO is easy if you start your own company. I'm CEO and CTO of my company. Yeah, it's true. I'm just saying if you want to become a Fortune 500 company CEO, you're going to have to be a CEO of someone else's company, probably. So, Wesley Gore says, Bulldog. That's right, fucking Bulldog. All right, guys. I am going to give you one last chance here to donate and ask a question. So if you want your question answered, like I said, go to bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. Put in a donation. I am watching the donations come in. A lot of you donated. Appreciate it. Again, this is for charity. This is for children's cancer research and for helping families of children with cancer. I have no problem begging for money for a charity. It is kind of dumb, like I said, or like Nicholas said. Yeah, I could just do some coaching or consulting or make some money and donate myself. But that's not how these things work, right? It's about reaching out and getting you guys to support the charity and support me in this run. To me, that it feels better doing it that way than me just trading my time for money and then donating it to the charity. I'd rather do it this way. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but anyway, I would appreciate you guys doing that. So, all right. Looks like we're gonna probably wrap this up then. What do you guys think? Anyone else want your question answered? If you do, last chance. I'll give like a couple of minutes for donation to come in, because I know it takes some time to punch in the credit card and everything. Again, I'll drop the link in there one more time for this. It's bulldogmindset.com/St. Jude. If you give a donation, I will answer your question. All right. And everyone, I think I've covered everyone who has donated, right? I mean, if you've donated, I've answered your question, I hope. I believe I've hit them all. Wesley says, run like win. I will run like win and the wind. At least for the marathon. I'm not going to be running so hard on the 5K, 10K, or half, I think. I need to save all my energy for the marathon. It's going to be crazy back-to-back doing all those races, but hey, that's what it is. Plus, the training is really the hard part. That's really the hard part. So, all right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap this up then. So, thank you guys for everyone that has donated. And, I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And appreciate all of you guys on the channel. Next time, you know, I'm going to be probably doing live streams, trying to get donations. Bobby says the mandatory flex before you leave. All right, Bobby, I'll give you a flex here. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you guys again. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.